Well, there was also a big turnout in Houston County this election day and for early voting as well. Let's head to the Annex building in Warner Robins. 41 NBC's Taylor Gilchrist is there with more.
Houston County played its part in the historic early voting numbers we saw across Georgia. Turnout here stood at 58% heading into Election Day. I had the chance to speak with voters who chose today to make their voices heard. Voters across Houston County headed to the polls on Election Day to cast their ballots.
This is my first little one, and I'm just trying to teach him that no matter what you believe, it's important to stand up for it.
Kaylee Hamburg says she waited until Election Day to vote, not because she was undecided on who to vote for, but whether or not to vote at all. She says setting a good example for her son played a major role in her final decision.
Ultimately, I just decided that it's important to make your voice heard, and Election Day is the perfect day to do that.
Barbara Van Slyke says her son is a third-year student at Georgia Tech, but registered in Houston County. She says he was excited to vote in his first presidential election, and being away from home would not stop him from doing so.
He could not get home during early voting, so we went up, took him his absentee ballot, and I just dropped it off here today.
Van Slyke called being able to participate in the democratic process a privilege and says it's something her family will never take for granted.
Part of what makes this country great is that we get to elect our leaders every 4 years.
Hamburg says the division in today's political landscape is part of the reason she was undecided about voting. She hopes that Houston County and communities across the country can come together when it's all over.
I just hope that whatever the turnout of this election is, that we can all be united and loving, and ultimately just remember that we're neighbors and that, we love each other.
Now, Houston County was one of 92 Georgia counties to exceed 50% turnout in early voting. So while there has been people coming in and out, long lines haven't been a factor, and people have been able to get in and out pretty quickly. Now, Houston County voters will elect a new sheriff for the first time in 5 decades, so that's one of the races we'll be watching closely. In Warner Robins, Taylor Gilchrist, 41 NBC News. Back to you, Tucker.
Thank you, Taylor. And as he mentioned, we are covering the Houston County Sheriff's Office race, other local Sheriff's Office races, and U.S. House and Georgia House races. Be sure to stay with 41 NBC and our website, 41NBC.com, through the night for up-to-the-minute results as they come in.